Understanding intention and inference in pragmatics. Intention and inference are both important concepts in linguistics because of their focus on how meaning is created and interpreted. Since pragmatics is the aspect of linguistics that focuses on how meaning is recoverable from context, our exploration of these concepts will reveal their important roles in influencing meaning. Intention. Intention is the objective, goal, or purpose a speaker had in mind when creating an utterance. It looks at what a speaker hopes to achieve by creating a text, the response he or she expects to receive from their audience or interlocutor. Whenever we use language, we do not use language just because we are able to, or in a vacuum. We use language to perform different tasks such as make a statement, issue a command, ask questions, among others. Another important fact to note is that in our use of language to perform different functions, we may say one thing and mean another. This is known as implicature. Take for instance, a mother returns from office late, only to find her children's socks, lunch boxes and books littered at the doorstep of the house. Then she says, "Whose properties are these, littered everywhere?" Now if you were to look at this utterance structurally, you would find that it takes the form of an interrogative sentence, however its function is different. The mother already knew whose properties were littered at her doorstep, so she was not asking the question to get an answer, rather she was indirectly prompting her children to go and pick up their belongings from their doorstep. This is known as indirect speech act. On the face level, it looks like an interrogative sentence, but it is indirectly an imperative sentence, which is the intention of the mother. This just goes to show how speakers can employ various tactics in order to communicate their intentions to their interlocutors, depending on which one they consider to be more effective for the purpose of communication. The goal of intention is to ensure that the message of a speaker is clearly communicated to the receiver and it achieves its purpose. Inference. Inference, on the other hand, focuses on what the receiver is able to deduce from the utterances of the speaker. It is how receivers of an utterance work out means to make sense or meaning of the utterance directed at them. Receivers of a text or utterance make meaning of texts drawing from a number of factors such as shared background knowledge, general conventions, shared culture, context of discourse, among others. Having a shared background knowledge can influence a text receiver's interpretation of a message, because it is a factor that indexes common ground. A situation of having shared experiences with the interlocutor, which places both speakers on the same wavelength. Take for example, two college graduates who were very close in their college days meet after a long time, and one of the topics of their discourse is a particular lecturer back in school who stood out for his strictness and discipline. The interlocutors would not have to spell out every detail for each other to be able to understand what the one is saying. For instance, "John, I remember he would always make us do the doohickeys back in the day." Raf, "Exactly. Those were really painful and we were always falling victims to it. Those were good days indeed." From the discourse above, you would notice that John did not have to go all the way to explain what doohickeys are to Raf. Raf understood the message because of the shared background knowledge between them as college students. Other factors like shared culture, this could be based on beliefs of an ethnic group or pop culture, general conventions. Receivers are able to deduce meaning by drawing from general beliefs, and more importantly, the context of discourse. The context of discourse is crucial to the decoding of meaning in a text because it is the element that fills in the gap for what is left unsaid, as seen in the conversation between college students, John and Raf. So both intention and inference are key influencers of meaning. The former bordering on the goals and objectives of a communicated message, and latter on the ability of the interlocutor to decode and make meaning of the message. See you soon.